Chapter 6. Using Inkscape to draw logos. Central idea. Inkscape is a graphics editor software. Different tools for designing logos and patterns. Inkscape is an open source SVG based vector drawing program. It is useful for designing and drawing. Illustrations for the web, graphics for mobile phones, simple line drawings, cartoons, complex works of art, figures for articles and books, organization charts. SVG stands for Scalable Vector Graphics. Scalable refers to the notion that a drawing can be scaled to an arbitrary size without losing detail. Scalable also refers to the idea that a drawing can be composed of an unlimited number of small parts that can be reused many times. Revising steps to start Inkscape. Step 1. Click the Start button. Step 2. Select All Program. Step 3. Click Inkscape. The toolbox provides all the basic tools for creating drawings, including tools such as the Rectangle tool for drawing rectangles and squares, the Star Polygon Shapes tool, the Ellipse tool for drawing ellipses and circles, the Text tool for adding labels and other text, the Path tool for creating or editing more complex or customized shapes, the Select tool for selecting objects in your drawing, the Pencil tool for creating freehand paths by drawing directly on the canvas, the Bezier or Pen tool allows to control the Bezier parameters as you draw the path. The Color palette provides a quick way to set the color of the currently selected objects. The Tools control bar provides all the settings for the currently selected tool in the toolbar. Each time you select a new tool, the Tools control bar will update with the settings for that tool. The canvas is the main workspace and is the most central and important part of the interface, since it is here that the drawing is created and viewed. The rulers are similar to normal rulers that we use. They are placed on top and left of the canvas. The first is called horizontal and the second vertical. Let's learn to create an easy geometric stack pattern in Inkscape. When you have got Inkscape opened up and ready to go, head up to File, Document Properties. Step 1. For this design, set the page size to width 200 px and height 200 px. Step 2. Click the Grids tab and under Creation, click New to create your grid. Make sure your rectangle grid follows the settings as shown above. Pretty simple stuff. Now we need to enable some snapping. Your snapping menu should be either on the top or to the right. We are going to enable snapping, snap nodes or handles, and snap to grids. Step 3. Before we get started, let's zoom as this affects how detailed the grid is. Step 4. With zoom to 69%, grab that rectangle tool and draw 4 one-space thick lines stretching across the whole canvas. Step 5. Do the same thing but with this nice blue color. R40, G119, B168. Again, you may use the image below for exact positioning or rows to 29, 34. Step 6. On those bottom two blue lines, we are going to create some dashes using that same dark gray color. R35, G35, B35. Make sure they are alternating. You should have 5 on each line and they should be 4 across. Step 7. Still using the rectangle tool, draw a few of these background blocks with this new blue color. R125, G179, B217. Now that we have got some lines and backgrounds, the grid should be easier to look at and not as overwhelming. Step 8. Do the same with this new color. R208, G198, B177. Don't forget the final white background block on the bottom. There is nothing worse than publishing your Inkscape files and finding out all of your white is transparent. Step 9. Select the rectangle tool and draw a rectangle of white color. R255, G255, B255 in the blank space. Step 10. Select the pen tool and draw the pattern by clicking at every fourth block alternately up and down. Now set the fill to white. Object, fill and stroke just in case, or press Ctrl plus Shift plus F. Step 11. Set the fill to white. R255, G255, B255 using fill and stroke dialog. Step 12. Repeat on the other side with the dark gray color. R35, G35, B35. It gives it a neat diamond design. Step 13. Using pen tool, draw this intricate little design of one block thick in the next sector of the S-tech pattern. Remove the stroke and give it a darker blue fill. R49, G119, B168. It should look as above. The stroke can be removed by making the width to 0 under Stroke Style in the Fill and Stroke dialog. Coming up, we will have to repeat the design we just created. I know that one was pretty tedious. I believe now it's the time to turn on Snap Bounding Box Corners from our snapping menu. This will allow you to snap entire selections. Step 14. Select Snap Bounding Box. Step 15. Select Duplicate from the Edit menu. Step 16. Select Flip Vertical from the Object menu. Step 17. Drag the pattern and reposition it to touch the lower boundary. Step 18. With zoom 2400%, grab your Ellipse tool and draw 2 by 2 circles in between each gap of the spikes. Step 19. Duplicate the circles and position them. Now we need to add a blue stroke with a width of 3px on each circle. You can select them all and do it all at once. Step 20. Select all by dragging the mouse above the circles and under Stroke Paint change the color to dark blue. R49, G 119, B 168, and under stroke style width 23px. Step 21. With the pen tool, draw a 2 by 8 slanted rectangle with fill of dark gray, R35, G35, B35. Step 22. Select the rectangle and click Duplicate from Edit menu. Step 23. Select Flip Vertical from Object menu. Step 24. Fill with white. Step 25. Select both the shapes and duplicate them by pressing Ctrl plus D. Align the shapes as shown. Step 26. Select the rectangle tool and change the color to white in the Fill and Stroke dialog and draw the pattern as shown. Step 27. Up next are 4 squares in diamond shape with a fill of dark gray. Make sure one is only 1 block away from the 5 squares. Step 28. Select both the pattern and click Duplicate from Edit menu. Step 29. Position these alternating designs, keeping the 1 block spacing. Step 30. Once again, get that pen tool out and draw the super easy triangle. Give it that same dark gray color you have been using. Step 31. Duplicate twice the triangle and fill it with light blue color. Step 32. Duplicate once more and give it a dark blue color. Step 33. Duplicate again and give it a dark gray fill. Also flip horizontally on this one. Step 34. One final maneuver for this design will be to duplicate all of those triangles. Flip horizontally and position on the opposite side. You will end up with a dark gray diamond in the middle. This was also another somewhat tedious design. Step 35. Draw a tall triangle with your pen tool, 6 block tall and 2 block wide, light blue. Repeat this for the entire block. Step 36. Just duplicate, then you will have 2. Duplicate, then you will have 4, 8, 16 and so on. And it will be done in no time. When you are finished there, oh, we forgot to remove the stroke from the first pattern. Step 37. Select the white patterns and make width to 0 in the Fill and Stroke dialog box, Stroke Style. Let's save it for future. So, open Save As from File menu, type any name in Save As dialog and click Save. Step 1. Select the text tool. Step 2. Type the text. Step 3. Change the font. Step 4. Press Ctrl plus Shift and increase the size of the text using drag handle. Step 5. Select Object to Path from Path menu. Step 6. Select Ungroup from the Object menu. Step 7. Select Union from Path menu. Step 8. Select Path Effects from Path menu. Step 9. Click plus in the Path Effects dialog box. Step 10. Select Add. Step 11. Select Edit on the Canvas button. Step 12. Drag the green line up so that text changes to a curve. Step 13. Draw an oval and drag the text over it. Step 14. Change the color using Fill and Stroke. Step 15. To add a gradient, click on Linear Gradient. Step 16. Click on Save As from File menu to save the logo. You can also change the style of the logo by selecting Exclusion from the Path menu. Try this and see the change.